G'day little nippers and welcome to the show! Remember that book series The Guardians of Gahul by Catherine Lasky?
No.
Well, you're sure in for a treat today because some mush made a movie about it. Really? Zack Snyder did this? Huh. Okay then. Be warned, this review may contain spoilers. So, all joking aside, this film inspired by the said book series by Lasky delves into an epic, story about a little barn owl.
We are Titos.
Okay, yes, I get it. Barn owl's Latin name has Tito in it. Inspired. You don't see me going on about my Latin name, Crocodilus Noliticus. Actually, that does sound pretty cool. Who dreams of the fabled Guardians of Gahul. Now, having watched this film series several times since its release date in 2010, I have to say that in each new viewing of it, I seem to notice more and more things that are wrong with it. And if box office performance is anything to go on, maybe you'll agree. To start with, look at this title. Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Gahul. It's like they couldn't decide between the two and just slapped them together awkwardly. If the title of your movie has almost as many syllables than your vote ratings, then clearly something is very wrong. The other problem was the villain and in turn the hero. I mean, from the very introduction frame of the film, you can just tell who the villain is. It would be funny if it wasn't trying so hard to be subtle, but it just didn't work. Even as the film goes on, there is zero reason, point and or motivation for the villain's actions in this film, and it became very hard to see the proper motive beyond the bitter brother. Even the main villain was boring and bland, with not really that much menace despite the attempted build-up. In turn, the botched attempt at making the villains affected the hero and any kind of motivation for anything he did. He just came across like he was led there by accident all the time, and even when he achieved his goal at the end, it didn't feel properly earned and didn't feel deserved for the ending it had. The final biggest problem I noticed in maybe my second viewing is how forgettable the supporting characters were. Once the credits came up, not one of them sprung to mind. Not one of them at all. Not one of them came out as being unique or that original. Now, to be fair, the humour was at least passable and got a little chuckle out of me every now and then, but even then, some of the humour just came across as childish a lot of the time.
Baggy wrinkles!
Baggy wrinkles?
What? But for what the movie offered, I feel was extremely disappointing, and even the likes of Zack Snyder's direction couldn't save it. However, there was a little ray of sunshine with this film. There were actually some good things about it, despite the new hole I've ripped it. The cinematography at times was top notch, and seeing this in 3D at the cinema was fun at the time and gave you all the correct feeling of scope and size. But again, another negative is that once you buy the thing on DVD, the novelty wears off, and the 3D just comes across as just a downright weird focus point at times. The casting was also pretty decent, with Hugo Weaving, Sam Neill and Jeffrey Rush.
Agreed.
But overall, when all is said and done, this film bombed, both at the box office and on DVD sales. And from watching this film, I can certainly see why. Despite the book series, though not all that popular, delivers a much deeper insight into each of the characters and even tells a much better story. I score this film 4 out of 10 Croc Points. Its bland characters, forgettable interpretation of the book, and just general lack of advertisement really let this one down. Take care, little nippers. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and, if you can, support me on Patreon. See you in a while, crocodiles!
Baggy wrinkles!